Alon, wow, Salon. You with the nasty past, and I'm back with another hour daily bread. What up, what up, what up, and what it do? Look, it's been wonderful. It's been very, very, very wonderful being able to wake up, being able to get some nourishment from whom we pray. You feel what I'm saying? From the scriptures. That I told you, I can't say Father because I do really believe whom we pray to is a morphodite. You got what I'm saying? A morphodite is a I don't want to say human. I look, a God with both genital parts. You understand what I'm saying? That's the best way I can give it to you. But look, this morning's Our Daily Bread comes from Ephesians. And the title is Time Well Spent. In March 14th, 2019, and just to elaborate, that's my daughter's mom's birthday, March 14th. That's her birthday, and that is the day that my great-grandma, Big Mom, had passed away from us. So it's very, how to put it, sad and uplifting, if that would be the word, you know what I mean? If that would be the correct way to say it, because, when I met my daughter mom, my Big Mom was already deceased. You feel what I'm saying? She passed in 1997 while I was in prison. And, to meet a woman that birthday is on the day that she passed, you know what I mean? It touches. You feel what I'm saying? But being with someone that love you on that day made it a little better. I don't think that she could tell you unless she got it from my aunt and she got it from my cousins, my aunt kids, about the day that my Big Mom passed away, or unless she remembered it. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I really liked it being around her on her birthday. You feel what I'm saying? NASA rockets ignited, catapulting astronaut Christina Koch toward the International Space Station. Koch wouldn't return to Earth for 328 days, giving her the record for the longest continuous space flight by a woman. Every day living roughly 254 miles above the Earth, a screen kept track of the astronaut's time in 5-minute increments. She had a myriad of daily tasks to complete, from meals to experiments. And hour after hour, a red line inched along the display, constantly showing whether Koch was ahead or behind schedule. Not a moment to waste. While certainly not recommending anything so intrusive as a red line ruling over our life, the Apostle Paul did encourage us to carefully use our precious, limited resources of time. Be very careful then how you live. He wrote, not a unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. God's wisdom instructs us to fill our days with intention and care, employing them to practice obedience to Him, to love our neighbors, and to participate in Jesus' ongoing redemption in the world. Sadly, it's entirely possible to ignore wisdom's instruction and instead use our time foolishly, frittering away out years in selfish or destructive pursuits. The point isn't to obsessively fret about time, but simply to follow God in obedience and trust. He will help us make the most of our days. You know something? I like this. It's kind of off, but I like this because it reflects me back to when I was in prison. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I got locked up and I went to prison in 1991, I got shipped in 1992, but the case was over in 1991. I went to these law libraries, from the law library led me into the regular libraries, and I made use of my time. I did not sit in there gambling. I did not sit in these prisons talking about people in the streets. I did not sit in these prisons on the phone. I did not sit in these prisons looking at that one-eyed devil that sit up on that wall, that little monster. You feel what I'm saying? So what I say, I put my mind in a book. I put my reading, my attention, my time in books. And yes, it was well spent. Because the knowledge that I received, I turned it into wisdom. You feel what I'm saying? So when I went back to prison in 1990, I got out in 1993. I went back to prison in 1996. So how do you think I got through the 96 incarceration once I got to prison? Once I got up off that Greensville plantation? Yes, I started off on a road camp, you know what I mean, where we went out to a farm and we picked, you know what I mean, strawberries, peppers, I think cucumbers also. However it go, we picked a lot of vegetables. There was watermelon out there and all that, you know what I mean? It just got to the point that I gave up on it. And one of the rules of being on that Greensville plantation road camp is that if you buck, you know what I mean, if you don't get up and go to work, they send you to the major Greensville, the Greensville major institution. So I bucked one day. That's what they did. You got what them? They sent me on over. If you really follow me, you will understand the process of that. You know, because I did at first, knowing what I knew about Greensville major correctional institution from my stepdad, because he was there. And when he used to call home, you know, he used to tell us about that place. And, you know, it was a lot going on in a way that you would see on TV about that place. But yeah, you know what I mean? The word is, you know, the word is scared up. I want to say, you know, be itched up. You got what I'm saying? But I scared up, and I asked, I think it was the lieutenant. I think it was the lieutenant that was processing me out. I asked him again, I said, man, what can I do not to be sent over? He said, no, you going over. I said, what? And see, I had already been sitting for 30 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? See, that what made me get up and ask him, really, you know what I mean? Hey, can I have another chance? And once he told me I can't have another chance, I asked him, well, then you need to come on, get this moving. I'm ready to go then. You feel what I'm saying? Right then and there, I turned into I turned into someone else, and I was prepared for whatever I was going to go through. You feel what I'm saying? My actions put me in a situation where that I may have had to kill somebody and wouldn't have never came home. You get me? You get me? You understand what could happen to you in prison. So it's best for you to stay out there. You can go in a jail. You can go in a prison and only have a day and end up with a life sentence. You feel me? It's easy. It's easy because you find the most ignorant people where? In a cage. You feel me? In a cage. You got me? I say this to you. I stayed out a lot of BS. I seen a lot of BS. I seen them kill people at Greensville. Yeah, this was on the news, so I ain't got to testify to nothing. You got what I'm saying? I seen them take baseball bats, beat the COs with them. You got what I'm saying? That 90 days I was there was an uprising between DC and New York, to be honest with you. It was not Richmond. Dude was from Richmond. You got what I'm saying? Matter of fact, his fiance, my cousin fiance, before he passed, that was her brother. They killed him in Greensville Correctional Center. You understand what I'm saying? He was in C building, I was in A building. If we go out on the yard, we could see each other. We could talk to each other with just a gate separating us. You feel what I'm saying? That particular day when that happened, I was on the yard. You feel what I'm saying? I seen it all. They dragging COs up out C building. They dragging inmates out of C building. You feel what I'm saying? So my last 2 weeks on that camp, they put me in population B building. I had a ball in B building. You feel what I'm saying? I had no altercations. I had no one trying to test my manhood. And I met a close, I'm not going to call him a friend. I'm going to call him someone I respected by name before I even got to see the face out on the yard. You feel what I'm saying? And the time we shared within them 2 weeks, I had a ball with that man out on the yard just kicking it. You got what I'm saying? We got to see Pasky, and see, I knew Pasky from going to Thompson from Southside. Yeah, he just come out there crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So we used to sit back and just laugh at his actions and his moves. But what I'm basically saying to you is this right here. You know what I mean? If you're facing time, if you have kids, you have nephews, nieces, if you have your dads going into prison for the first time of their life, going on to that law library, get you a book and educate yourself. Put your time in these books. You feel what I'm saying? Stop clicking up. Stop ganging up. Stop trying to buck these COs. They will kill you. You understand what I'm saying? If these inmates won't kill you, these COs will kill you. And at the end of the day, you need a CEO, a correctional officer to trust you, to understand you. Because there are some things you can easily get into. You can easily owe a person in prison. Some of these prisons, they make you pay just to breathe air. They make you pay just to be in that dorm or on that block with them. You understand what I'm saying? That tier with them. It gets that deep in there. Anywho, anyway, you've been with the Nasty Pastor, and this has been another Our Daily Bread. Look, take time, smell the roses. Take time and be aware of your surroundings. Take time to understand life can be taken away from you today. Cherish it. You feel me? Cherish it. I'm out and I love you.